Yes. So we were discussing about operators in JavaScript. Prior to that, we discussed about what exactly the tokens are. Okay, in the tokens, we started discussing about operators. You have different types of operators. First one, arithmetic, then relational, logical, okay, increment and decrement, then assignment, equality, and inequality operators. Also, bitwise operators. So when we talk about arithmetic, we have plus, then minus, then multiplication, then division, and other one is remainder. Okay. Also, we have here concatenation operator. Okay, here we use plus for adding two numbers. We use here minus symbol for getting the difference between the two numbers. We subtract the first number from the second number from the first number. Then star division as well as modulus operator is called as. Using that, we can divide first number with second number. In that case, we get the remainder. Okay, so like that, here we use arithmetic operators. We know what are relational operators: greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to. So these are relational operators. We can compare the terms of the equation by using these operators. So the formed expression is going to return always a true or false value depending on the terms. You have first term, then you have the operator, then you have the second term. So it's going to compare the terms, like, for example, if I write here x greater than y. So in this expression, I have a x first term and y is another term. Mathematically, when I say expression, it is a binomial expression. I am using there x as the operand, y is another operand. X is also called as your term. Okay, x is also called as a term here. It is two terms. That's why we call it as a binomial expression. So when x is greater than y, that returns a true value. Otherwise, it returns a false value. Same thing. Okay, with the greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, or less than, in the same manner that gets applied. Next one, logical operator. We have logical and operator, logical or operator, and one more thing is logical not operator. These three are the operators we use: logical and, logical or, logical not operator. Also, we have seen conditional operator here. Conditional operator. Okay. Conditional operator is called as question mark operator or ternary operator. So in this, when you take an expression, in that expression, we have three terms. First one is actually the expression we are going to evaluate. The next term is actually when the condition is returning a true value, that part will be returned. Else, whatever we have value after the colon, that will be getting here returned. For example, I write here x greater than y. Then you have a question mark followed by, I can write true, otherwise I can write false. Like this, we can have. So this is a conditional operator. In the example, we have seen it. We use the conditional operator. With the help of that, we are doing something here. We are finding the result in that case. Okay, this is for addition, but in the earlier program, I think we have used it. Okay, so here it is. I think in this, we are doing it. If you look at this, not here. Some time back we have used it with the like adult. Okay, so this is in which program we have seen, in which file we have that. Okay. You can see here, this is the conditional operator we use it. Age greater than or equal to 21. If it is true, then this adult is returned. Otherwise, non-adult is getting returned. So this is a ternary operator. Okay. So now further we work with the logical operation. Okay. So for that purpose, I use here conditional operator in a complex way. Okay, to find the grade. Here, to find grade, I would like to use it. So here, if you look at this, we find the result. This is find here. Somewhere we found the result. Yeah, num1, num2 we have here. Okay, not this. Somewhere we have in this, I think, we get the result here. We are finding here result. Now, based on the result, further we need to find the grade. Okay, so here using if condition, we are finding it. If mark 1 greater than or equal to 40 and mark 2 greater than or equal to 40 and mark 3 greater than or equal to 40, result is pass, otherwise result is fail. Okay, now here using a conditional operator, I want to even find the result. But I'm using here nested conditional operator for this purpose. Okay, let me here create something like here. I have a result in the same way. Let grade equal to nil. When this will be nil, whenever the student is failing in the exam, that means when result is fail, in that case, grade is going to be nil. Otherwise, we need to calculate the grade. How grade is calculated? So grade to find the grade, first of all, result must be pass. And next thing is what? Total marks. Total marks. The first thing is result must be pass. Then in such cases, here, if total marks are greater than or equal to, how many subjects we have taken? Total 3 subjects. So when a student is getting 80 marks or more than 80, in that case, the grade is distinction. So I write condition like this. If it is greater than or equal to 240, it is distinction. Okay. In the same way, we can go with the another condition. If total marks are greater than or equal to 180, then here it is first grade. Okay, it's going to be first. In the same way, when it is greater than or equal to 150, in such case, it is here second grade. Similarly, when result is pass, if this is not meeting any of these conditions, in such case, else what we write, else result is, I need to put a comment here, otherwise, okay, else result is what here, it is pass, it is third. Like this, we need to calculate. So these are the conditions. Before you write any piece of code, you need to know exactly what you want to do. Okay. Whatever logic we have, with the help of that code, we can convert into information. So right now we have here different values, S1, S2, S3. So this is called as data. We haven't processed it. Okay. When it comes to result, partially you process it. But when you go with the grade, in that case, that is fully processed. Okay. So when you take marks, that is initially what the required data is available, like subject 1, subject 2, subject 3. Okay. So from that, first you can find whether result is pass or fail. Depending on the pass or fail value, you can find the grade. Also, we calculate total. Okay. So this way, when you find here total marks, result and grade, that is called as full information. It can be called as full information. To declare result. Okay. To declare result, those three parameters we take. Total marks, result, and one more thing is what? The grade. So based on that, you can conclude something about the progress report of the student. Further, this may become data if you want to go for next level. Okay, if you want to go for next level, who is the best in the class or who is the best in the school? In such case, this can become data. From that data, further information you can extract. Okay, so here now we need to write a condition. Based on the condition, we need to find the grade. Here I don't want to use any if condition. Rather, I want to use here just a ternary operator. Okay, I write here grade equal to. You can write here grade equal to. What is the condition we use first? Here, result equal to. I want to write here fail. Okay, I have to use here equality operator. If result equal to fail, then grade is what here? It is going to be nil. Okay, else what I should do now? I should go with the another conditional operator. So this is here getting finished. If the result is fail, I am saying this nil, but when it is not fail, if it is pass, in such case, I go with another condition. So I start with the parenthesis here, then I write. So if result is like fail, automatically we say grade as nil. But when result is not nil, it's not fail, then in such case, it is going to be pass only. So when it is pass, we need to compare with the marks now. Then I write here total greater than or equal to 240. Then what this is here? Distinction. Okay. Even this is wrong, you assume. So this must be question mark here. This is question mark. Okay. Then here, if it is less than 240, in such case, you need to go with another condition. Then write here total greater than or equal to 180. Then here put a question mark, then write this as here second. Sorry, this is first. Okay, this is here first grade. Okay, again, this may be wrong because total may be less than 180, something like 179. So in such case, we go here with the another conditional operator, total greater than or equal to 150. So in such cases, this will be here second, else what we take this one as third. Like this, you can nest the conditional operators. We are nesting here, in this case, the conditional operators. So what is the first conditional operator? Here, this is the first conditional operator. If it is nil, then in that case, it is going to be evaluating all this. Okay, but inside this, what is the condition we have? So this must be total, sorry. So if total greater than or equal to 240, then this is going to be here distinction. It will return distinction. Suppose this is false, the marks are less than 240, then in such cases, it is going to be evaluating this particular part. Okay, again, if total is less than or equal to 180, it is going to return first. Otherwise, suppose total is 176. So in such case, it comes to this part. Okay, if the total is greater than or equal to 150, then in such case, it is going to be second. If it is less than 150, say something like 140, okay, then this is going to be third. Like this, we can get the grade. Here, what I used here a conditional compound ternary operation or nested ternary operation. I'm nesting one ternary operator in the other ternary operator. So this is called as here like nesting of the ternary operators. Result, we should get it as here either pass or fail or distinction or first or second or third. We need to get that result. Okay, so using here, I'm nesting here various conditional operators, then I'm getting the grade instead of using if condition. Same thing you can write using if condition. So once this is shown result, I'll show how to write with if condition as well. Now let us come to the markup part. Markup means HTML here. So we have result. Where are we showing result? Result somewhere we are showing in the bottom. Total we are showing. Result we are showing in the same manner. Now this time we go with the grade. Okay. So let us take this span and try to show the grade here. This will be grade. Okay. So one more point to remember, this is the ID of the span. This grade variable is different from this grade here. This is a JavaScript variable and this is here HTML variable. You can think like that. This is to identify the element of the HTML, but this is what it is a variable defined in the JavaScript. And this is a variable we are defining inside the else block. Okay, so this is called as a block level variable. Only in the else block this is available. Once you come out from the else block, it will not be available. You can declare variables using either var keyword or let. Var or let. So using var keyword, if you declare a variable, it is available in the entire scope. Suppose if you declare that in a function, in the entire function, that variable is available. Similarly, if you declare outside the scope of any function, somewhere in the script, it is available globally. That means in the entire JavaScript, in the entire page, it is going to be available. So the scope can be global or local. Suppose if I declare some variable here, var k equal to some 100. It is available in all the functions. Whatever functions you define here, everywhere it's going to be available. Okay, this is called as here global variable. But suppose you define a variable here inside the function. So in such case, it will be local to that function. It is going to be local to that particular function. Okay, the variable scope can be either local or they can be global. Okay, the scope can be either local or global. Okay, so if you declare outside the scope of any function, it is going to be available in the entire document. Okay, but if you define inside a particular function, it is going to be local to that function. Only in that function, it will be available. But once you come out from that function, it will not be available. And similarly, suppose you have a code block here. Code block you can declare using curly brackets. It is starting here and ending here. Okay, if you declare a variable using let keyword, it is available only in the code block. It will not be available outside the scope of the curly brackets. This has been introduced in the from ES6 onwards. Okay, so from ES6 onwards, this has been available. You can declare variable either globally or locally. If you declare a variable inside the curly brackets, it is going to be local to that particular code block. The code block is starting here and the code block is ending here. And this can be called as the even compound statement. Number of statements we are putting together. So that's why we call it as a compound statement. To put together various statements and to treat it as one block, we can use curly brackets. Okay, so here this is going to be local variable. Completely these are here local variables. Okay, so here we declare the variable locally So once you come out from this else block, it will not be available. No longer it will be available. But here now we need to assign it. Okay, I do one thing here. So I try to put here this one. Then this is here grade, followed by I put here grade. So in this case, what result you get? You are going to get result always as here fail only. Okay, even sorry, nil. Always you get the result as nil here. Even though you get here more than, even though result is pass as well as marks are more than 240, still you are going to get the nil grade. Let us see that. So this is available in the logical operator file. Okay. So let me come to HTML examples. And in this is the screen we have. Now I want to enter here some name. Okay, something like Ravi, I can enter. Marks are going to be like 99, here also 99, and here also enter 99. So result must be pass. Okay, similarly, total is going to be how much? 297. Then grade is going to be nil for us. Have we printed the grade? So we haven't printed grade, it seems. So we need to print the grade as well. Just a minute. So this is, we are getting only the student result, then total marks and pass. What is the reason? Let us see in this. We need to have here one more span. So why this is not shown? Let me save this. Okay, total marks, result, then grade I have kept. And in the code, I need to assign that. I have taken here document dot get element by ID. There's a spelling mistake, because of that it was not shown. Okay, now I'm trying to get the grade for that. Refresh here, enter again, something like Ravi here, followed by enter 99, again 99, this is also 99, then get result. So you are getting nil. Why you are getting nil here? Reason, if you look at the code, I have assigned a value, let grade equal to nil. Okay, so here I added the total marks, then similarly the result, immediately I'm adding grade. But where grade is calculated exactly? Grade is getting calculated line number 66. Prior to that, we have taken nil value. Okay, since it is not calculated value, so whatever we have initialized, that value is coming here. But if you move this from here to next line, after the statement here, what happens? You are going to get the correct result. Just once again, refresh it here, followed by enter here. Again, the marks in this way. Okay, 99, then 99. Once again, you enter 99, then get result. So what we got here? Distinction we got. Okay, when we do some small mistakes, you get actually wrong result. Okay, we have to be very careful, I mean, in writing the statement sequence. Okay, here we are calculating grade, but I have assigned value much before that. Because of that, we got actually wrong result. So this is for showing the grade. And now one more thing I want to do here, I want to display some clock. I want to display here somewhere the digital clock. The clock must be ticking. That means once for every 1 minute, 1 second, it has to change. Okay, it has to change once for every 1 second. So I want to display some clock here. A digital clock I want to display. So for that purpose, I'm going to use here, I'm going to use date class. With the help of the date class, I can do that now. Okay, so here let us define another function for that purpose. Let me define here a new function. With the help of that, we can do it. A new function I want to define. function followed by a function is nothing but small code block. It is going to trigger automatically, or when you, whenever an event is getting triggered. Something like when you click on the button click event is getting triggered. In response to that, function is getting called. Get result, how we are calling? When you click on the button here, get result. This is getting called. Okay, so using JavaScript, you are providing interaction in this way. Now here function, this is what display digital clock. This is the name of the function. And when you look at this function, it is using here camel case. A function is also an identifier. It has to start always with the alphabet or underscore. Followed by first word is in the lowercase completely. Subsequent words, they are in the proper case. Digital is in the proper case. Clock is also in the proper case. So this is called as here camel case. Just like a camel. Okay. So the neck of the camel is it goes down, and after that the part is actually in the upper portion. In the same manner, we have this. So this is called as here camel case. Okay, now here we need to write the code to display the clock. Fine. So here I can declare a variable, let d equal to, I can write it as new date. I'm going to create a date with the current date and time. I'm going to get, in this case, current date as well as time. Okay, date is a predefined class. With the help of that, I can create here new date. So from my system, date and time, it's going to be creating for us a date time object. So this is going to contain both, year, month, say then day. Similarly, it's going to contain hours, minutes, and seconds. Based on that, I want to display the clock. Okay, I'm going to display the clock based on that. So it is going to display the digital clock. But where I want to show the clock exactly, to the right side of this, I want to display the clock. Therefore, I can go here with the, otherwise in the same line, I can take some space here in NBSP. Okay, similarly, NBSP. And one more thing, I take NBSP. Semicolon is required every time. Otherwise, it is going to be showing like text only. Okay. So here I go with span. Span followed by ID equal to, it is my date. Some name I should give here. Okay. Then close this here. Here the time must be getting displayed. I have created here a span. ID is my date. In this, it has to display the clock. Okay. Once for every 1 second, it has to change. Now come to this part, and here let us first of all finish the function here. Let us finish the function. Display a digital clock, let d equal to new date. Now we need to convert this into some string here. Whatever hours, minutes, and seconds we have, we need to convert to string. So just write here this way. Let here, this is our component equal to, so here I write d dot get, you have predefined function, this is get hours. If it is greater than or equal to 10, in such case, okay, you can define in this way, d dot get hours, then dot to string, dot to string. You need to convert number to string, so that's why I'm keeping like that. Else what you need to do, you have to go with the 0. First you need to write there, plus followed by same thing again, you need to put it. Plus is here, it is a concatenation operator. We are concatenating two strings in this. First string is getting concatenated. We have used earlier plus symbol to add numbers. Now we are adding in this case two strings. To add two strings, we use the plus. So here plus is called as a concatenation operator. Only that is possible with the strings. Okay. Even with date also you can do arithmetic operation using plus as well as minus. So that is called as date arithmetic, but this is called as here string concatenation. You are concatenating string 1 with the string 2 here. So logic is what here, whenever you want to display some clock, it should be always showing 2 digits. For hour 2 digits, for month 2 digits, and for second also, sorry, for hour, for minute and for second, you need to show 2 digits. So if it is greater than or equal to 10, you don't require 0, prefixing. But if it is 1 or 2 or 3, in that case, extra 0 is required. So that's why I have written this logic here. Okay. Next thing, from here we go with the another component that is called as here minute component. I define here minute component, and here this one is get minutes. Okay, and here also I must change it. Get minutes. And also here it is get minutes. Okay, I'm converting this into minutes here. This is what minute component. Similarly, one more is here second component I need. Okay, here this is second component. Sorry, so second component. Here this is get seconds. Okay, in the same way, so two brackets have come, I need to remove. So this also here get seconds. Okay, so this is get again seconds. Here also we change it to get seconds. Okay, so like this we got here three different components. All of them are nothing but strings here. Here write let str time, that means string time, equal to, go with this our component, followed by plus we take, then we go with a colon in between, then here again we put a plus symbol, then this is minute component. Okay, go with the plus here again, put a colon, followed by this is second component. Like this we are taking it. So together now we formed a new string. This is fine. This we need to assign to the variable. What is that variable exactly? The UI. On the UI, we have here my time, my date, time. Okay, where is the wrong spelling? Component. Okay, all these are nothing but variables. There is no problem basically. Whatever you have here, if you get, that is fine. Okay, so this is here, I think. NEAT, correct? Yes. But everywhere I need to change that in that case. Okay, so here also component NEAT, fine. So now we are calculating, we are creating the time string. This we need to assign to my date here. Instead of having my date, this I can make as here my time. The variable name I can make as my time here. To that now we need to assign the value. Okay, to that we need to assign it. So here come to this point, then type document dot get element by ID. Okay, then here it is my time. Here what we should use, we have to use inner text dot inner text equal to, it is str time. So this we need to assign. Okay, we have created this function, but how to call once for every 1 second? This is going to change once for every 1 second. Then only it looks like a clock. Okay, if you simply call, what happens? See, it never actually changes. As soon as, okay, as soon as this is loaded, if you put here, what happens? See, I may be calling here this function. Okay, somewhere here, I'm going to call it. Here, I'm going to call it. Okay, but what happens in this case? Just see. Come to this point and here, refresh. It is always going to show only 742 43. So once for every 1 second, it has to change. Okay, it should be changing once for every 1 second. So otherwise, you are printing first time, it's coming fine, but after that, it's not changing. It has to change continuously. So for that purpose, we have a mechanism called timer. With the help of timer, we can do it. So I write here where x equal to set timer. Okay, I can specify here the function name followed by, I can specify here some 1000 milliseconds. So with this, what happens? See here. I'm setting a variable where x equal to set timer, display digital clock followed by 1000. 1000 is what exactly? It's milliseconds. So once for every 1000 milliseconds, this has to work for us. Okay, now see here whether this is going to work or not. Nothing is coming here. So let us go to this and see what is the problem. Okay, not the settings. So we go to this then. Here, more tools, developer tools. In this, let us see. Set timer is not defined, it says. Okay, so it is not timer. Therefore, this is nothing but here set interval. The function is here set interval. Okay, this is what exactly set interval function. With the help of that, it can be set. Now, what is happening here? The clock is changing continuously. Once for every 1 second, it is going to change. Okay, it's going to change like this. Okay, so it is going to change like this here. Once for every 1 second, it is getting changed. Now let us wait and see after 59 what it shows. It is showing there 0001 and even minutes are changing in that case. So like this, you can create a digital clock on the HTML page. What I've done in this case, first of all, I created a function called display digital clock. Then I'm setting a timer using the interval function. Set interval. First, I'm going to call the function once for every 1000 seconds. Once for every 1000 seconds, this will be getting called automatically. It's going to call automatically. So this I'm doing with the help of the set interval function here. Okay. So using the set interval, I'm doing like this. Sometimes what happens, you want to stop the clock. Already clock is coming, but sometimes you want to stop it. And sometimes you want to resume. So for that now, let us write the functionality. Okay, go to here. We try to add some other button in this. One more button, let us try to add here. Okay, to the right of this, let me add. Here I'm going to add to the right of this. This is ampersand NBSP. Okay, again, this is NBSP. I take some space. So here itself, I want to add a button. Okay, button followed by ID. This is equal to, this is what? BTN clock. I want to name something like this. Okay, then here, stop. This should be working like a toggler. It has to work like a toggler. If it is stop, you have to say start. If it is start, then you have to say stop like that. So initially, the clock is running. When you click on this, the timer must be getting stopped here. Okay, but once you set the timer, how to do that? Let us try to write that code here. Okay, so you need to write another function here for that. So what is that button name? BTN clock is the function. To that function, we need to write here. So here, write on click equal to here, you need to write this manipulate. Otherwise, you can write stop and start. Start timer. Okay, I am going to call this function when we click on that. So for that, you need to write the code now. Just come to this part here and write the code. Okay, another function I'm going to define here. This is what function right here. Name of the function is what here? Stop, start. How I have defined that? Same thing I should use here. This is stop, start. So try to use the camel case in this case. Here also use the camel case timer. Let us take this, and for this, let us write the code here in this part. Okay, a function, after that you need to have set of parentheses always. Then you can put in this manner. All these are nothing but named functions. Sometimes you have anonymous functions as well. Okay, we discuss in the coming sessions about the anonymous functions, but this is what it's a named function. Every function has a name here. Okay, so I'm defining now start timer. First of all, I want to get here the value. Okay, I'm using here if condition. Otherwise, what I do, I just say this way, let, okay, caption equal to, I want to get what caption I have on that. So this is here document dot get element by ID. Get element by ID here, followed by, I want to go with the name of the button there. So this is what BTN. We have something, the name is something like BTN clock. So it is BTN clock, whatever we have on that, try to print here, BTN clock. Okay, then what text we have, let us try to print in this case. Let caption equal to BTN clock, followed by dot value. Whatever value we have in that, let us try to first print. If this is correct, then in that case, you can write. Okay, here write. I just want to print it, alert, followed by caption. Okay, first incrementally, you need to write always code. You write 1-2 steps. So logically, if it's working, then you can go ahead. Always this approach actually gives you, better results. Now refresh this here, click on the stop. The space says null, nothing actually in that. Okay, in between if you go on to the top, do we have anything text in between the button? We have a stop, but we are not getting it. So therefore, try to set the value here equal to something like stop you put. Put this as here, stop. And now try to see what do you get. You get this as stop here. We are going to get this as stop. Value we are going to get as stop here. Similarly, but why, it's not coming whatever you have in between the starting tag and ending tag of button. So how to get that value? See here. Okay, come down to this point. Is it some inner text? Let us see that. So go with this, try to print here inner text. What do we get? See in that. Caption dot, followed by here it is inner text. What this is going to give us, see now in this. Just refresh here this one. Click on the stop. It is giving stop. So With inner text, you can get. So instead of value, let us go here with the inner text. Dot, this is here inner text. Okay, now based on the value, we need to do it. Here, write this way. We use here if condition for this. If caption equal to, you go this way, if it is stop, okay, then in such cases, you need to clear the interval. Here, write clear interval, followed by, you can go with the X here. Because in the top, you have this, in the bottom, you have that, where X equal to set interval. So this variable, to this variable, you have assigned basically the function. So that function we are going to clear here. We are clearing that particular thing. That means the clock will be getting stopped. Then right here, you have to go with this, then write document dot, okay, inner text equal to, this is start. Here now you should write it as start. Else what we do, if it is not stop, that means what? It is start. We come to this point and type here else, and here again write X equal to, go with the set interval. Set interval followed by, you need to give the function name. What is the name of the function we have? In the bottom, this is the function name, display digital clock followed by 1000. Like this, you need to set it. Okay. So this way, we have to write this. If it is stop, we are going to clear it. But when you say start, in that case, it has to restart. Like this, you can do. Let us actually launch again and see the result. I say stop. It is getting stopped here. You can see it is stopping at the 12. But when you click on the start, again, it's going to resume. But see, after stopping, a number of seconds we waited. So it has gone to 20 seconds. So like this, you can stop the clock. You can actually again start that. So this is working as a toggle switch. With the help of this code, we could do that. So we have a concept called set interval. With the help of that, periodically a function can work for us. A function can be working periodically with us. So that is called as here a interval function. Set interval, with the help of that, once for every 1000 milliseconds, you can display this. Okay. Similarly, I want to use here one more thing. I want to display some images. Time to time, they have to change. Automatically, the images must be getting changed for us. Let us look at actually here on the screen. Somewhere I want to put here some kind of slideshow. You can think it as slideshow. So in the slideshow, I want to show the images. One by one, it has to show for me. Okay, one by one, it has to be shown. So for that purpose, first of all, let me download few images. Okay, so this is going to be various images okay, flower images. These are different types of flowers we have. So let me save this. Save images 1.jpg. Okay. Similarly, this one, want to save it as 2.jpg. Okay, 2. Similarly, the third one, want to save as here 3. In the same way, I go with the fourth one, save. This is 4. And one more thing, I take here, and this is here, fifth one. Save image, and 5 this is. So I have total 5 images. I want to move them into this folder. If I come to desktop, I can find here those images. Okay, these are the images I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All these are JPG files. JPG stands for Joint Photographic Experts Group. So I just put here only the images. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 images. Okay. Then here, I want to go with a slideshow. For that purpose, I want to define a new div here. This is a div, And inside this div, I have img. Okay, src equal to, I can put it as 1.jpg. It is 1.jpg. Okay, then this is alt image is not available. Some text I'm going to put here. Okay, image is not available. Available. Then here, next thing, I want to take some width. Width equal to, I would like to go with the 30% of the screen. For this image, I want to use. Okay. And ID also you need here in this case. ID equal to, this is going to be like my img. Okay. When I run this, it is going to show automatically the first image. Let me refresh this. Okay, nothing is shown here. What is the reason I have here? Sorry, this is problem. It's not JPG. I have to go with the JFIF. The extension is here, JFIF. Now it is coming up. You can find the image. This is what exactly, I mean, center aligned. You can move it towards left side also. Okay, so automatically from time to time, this has to change. Okay, based on the timer, this has to change here. Just 1 minute. Okay. We know that there are 5 files. So based on that, automatically they have to change. Okay. Function followed by, here it is. Function, this is display flowers. Display flower I write. So by default, I declare a global variable. I have taken already some k equal to 1 somewhere that I can use. We have k equal to 100. Instead of 100, I can go with the 1, this one. This is other one I take here. So with this, I would like to do it. So here, display flower, I'll go this way. If condition I take k equal to 6. In such case, k equal to it is 1. Like this, I write. K equal to 1. Then followed by, I need to go here, document dot get element by ID. Okay, then here I should use the ID of the flower. What is the ID of the flower here? So ID is here, my img is the ID. Put here my img, then dot here src. src source attribute, you take here src, this equal to, we need to type here this way, k dot to string. You need to convert to string this one, k dot to string, followed by here plus this is JFIF, like this you need to write it. Okay, so this way I have written a function, and here I should set another timer for this. One more timer is required. So I write here another, I create another timer where y equal to, again set interval. I put here set interval. Then this is what display image. It is what, sorry, display flower. This I take. Then I want to go here in this case some 5,000 milliseconds. That means once for every 5 seconds, it's going to change. Okay, now how it changes, let us see the code. So using timer, what I'm doing here, I'm creating a slider. One after another, the images are shown here. Let us refresh and see whether this works or not. Yes, it will not come. What is the reason? Let us see here. If you come to the code, k equal to 1, we have written k equal to 6, k equal to 1. After displaying this, here k equal to k plus 1, I'll put it. This way, I'm trying to set it. So this is going to be here k dot toString, then followed by jfif. Is it same or not? Let us see. Extension, is it same? Yeah, jfif, we have written. So they should work for us now. Image name is here, jfif. Is it the same image name? I have taken my img. I have taken my img here. Document.getElementById .src equal to k dot toString. This is converting into string here, followed by plus jfif. And if you look at here, image names is 1, 2, 3, 4, like that we have. Okay. Once again, refresh this here. Nothing is coming. Image is not available, it says. So what's the reason? Let us see. Inspect. So to if, it is giving something like this. This is wrong actually. I need to put here a dot, because that is the extension. Because of that, it was not available. So refresh this here, then you can find it. Yes, you're correct. Okay. So this is now, it should show us you're getting the next flower here. Then after 5 minutes, you are going to get other one. Okay. So what we are writing is very, very crude. Okay. It may not be looking great, but these are all basics. That is a developer, that is the work of developers basically. So when they know all these things, that beautiful interfaces they have to make. Okay, so we are showing here some slideshow. In this, we are showing flowers one after another. So using here a setInterval function, we are doing it. We are using setInterval for two different purposes. One is for setting a clock, other one is meant for here to set a slideshow for flowers. So like this, we used here the JavaScript set interval function. Okay, so like this, you can show the flowers here. And even you can put, instead of going with the like timer, you can put button. When you click on the button, either it can go in the forward position or in the backward position. Even like that, you can do it. Okay, you can put actually buttons. So with that, what happens? Either you can go forward or you can come backward. Like that also, you can do it. So this way, we have written. So here it's showing you the images. One by one, it is shown here. Okay. So this is what for today. And we resume on Monday. Just try to see all these programs. I want to share all these actually with you. You can go through them one by one. Once again, try to look into that. Slowly, we are going to advanced JavaScript. Try to understand all these things. This is very important. Okay, so these days there is huge requirement for JavaScript programmers. So JavaScript programmer or React.js, or one more is what like TypeScript. Another one is Angular. So huge demand we have, but we are not getting correct people to work on them. Okay, and one more thing, what is happening is why to learn when everything we get in the Google, there's a mentality people have. Okay, yesterday in one of our meetings, one of the senior most person, she has about 20 years experience. She's working on a project. With the help of that, they are going to use the machines instead of programmers, because when they recruited programmers, they don't have the required skill. Okay, and by checking something into Google, they are trying to do the code. That is in fact wrong. So if you don't get skills, required skills, definitely machines are going to replace us. Okay, so why to learn? People are thinking that way. That is absolutely wrong. If you want to work as a programmer, you have to definitely learn and you need to implement all the things. Basics you should know, then you should have advanced concepts. On whatever you are working, you should have very good idea. Without that idea, if you work really, that is even wrong. Unethical, illegal also that is. Because on behalf of you, somebody is working, there is no point in that. So that's why learn, please. Learn and implement them. Okay, if you learn, if you implement them properly, then you have better opportunities. Okay, so learning is going to enable you, empower you, enrich you. You can that can make you very, very confident. So, I mean, never neglect it. Okay, never neglect and try to learn this consistently. You have to learn this. There is a word called procrastination. So what we think, instead of doing today, we do tomorrow. Instead of doing tomorrow, day after tomorrow, we are trying to do, we try to do. We always postpone things, but that is actually not good practice. Immediately, you should start learning things. If you learn only, you have better future. Otherwise, you will not be having better future. But many, I am seeing many, there is no change in them. Something like stones, they are actually, they want to get job, but they don't want to learn. This is practically not possible. At least in the next future, immediate future, it's not possible. So one has to learn, then only one should try for a job. Yeah. Thank you very much. And next session on Monday, we continue. So I'm going to share after some time all these programs so far, what we have done. And if you have any questions, just email me, please. You have my email ID. You can send to me through the email. Okay. So even whatever you are doing programs, you send to that, and whatever questions you have, you can send to email because I can read leisurely. So here, if you ask questions, it may not be possible to answer here. One to one, I can answer through the email. Okay. Thank you, everyone.